Cloud. Hello and welcome to my summer art sizzlers. This is a special live art show for people who are collectors of mine. If you've been invited, then you're considered to be a special collector, or you have a special interest in the subject area that I'm showing today. So I've picked out a few very special pieces which are going to be on a special page that I've created, which I'm going to share with you now. I'll be sharing it a couple of times through the session, but I'm going to type it in the chat box here. If you want to have a look at it while we're going through, you can do, or you can look at it later. But the offers that I'm putting out today are only available through this one page. And you can buy the art straight from the page. It's just a one click on each item, and it's first come, first served. So once the item's sold, it'll come up with a little sold sign and it won't be available again. So today I'm going to be offering some very special offers on existing inventory. Some of these things are demo pieces. I tend to build up quite an inventory of demo pieces that are not necessarily fitting into my next scheduled exhibition, as the subject matter is varied because it's for my students. I also have some older inventory, and I have some brand new inventory, and I have some very exciting limited edition prints, which is the first of my forays into actually creating canvas limited edition prints. So I'm excited to share that with you. So if you have any questions, do feel free to either type them in the chat box. I'll be checking from time to time, or raise your hand with the reactions button at the bottom and I'll see a hand up in your window. Also, since there's very few of us, if you just want to unmute yourself and ask me the question, that's absolutely fine, because you know, I'll probably hear what you have to say and I don't mind if you interrupt me. So what I've also got to help us along is, if you happen to see something you might like and you're not sure if you want to go back to it, I've got a number system here on this pad, which is going to be on the easel stand here within the frame. So if you want to take a screen grab of any picture, the number is the same number as it will be on the page when you go to the sale page, and that might just help to keep things straight. So you could, if you do a screen grab of the picture and the number below it, that'll remind you of which one it was. So let's get started. And number one in the collection, welcome to my studio, by the way. It's a rather strange and foreshortened view of it today. I have this piece which I've been promoting recently as a print giveaway, which is actually one of my favorite seascapes. And this is the original piece. It's called Ironshaw Splash. I'm going to bring it closer to you so you can see the texture and the surface of it. Now, whilst if you were to buy a print of it, I'm offering one print on a canvas wrap print at a special price. So you won't actually have the 3D texture as it is on here, but it will look 3D. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you a print which is of a similar painting that's been created. This is the kind of print we're talking about, with lovely canvas wrap sides. And if you see the detail that comes out in the print work, it's absolutely amazing. And it almost looks like a three-dimensional paint on the surface. So this is the quality of the canvas that they use, which is nice and thick. The back's all beautifully neat, with already hung with wires to put it straight on the wall. And the side is going to be the same depth as this, so it's 1.5 inches. And the sides, I've created it so it's going to have a nice deep blue, like to match this blue in the painting around the side edges. So that's number one, and it's going to be $1.99. Usually that would cost about $100 more than that. So $1.99, and these prices are in US. I was torn between doing US and pounds, but because the website we're working with, SusanClaireFineArt.com, is based in the US. So I'm sticking with the US prices, and I think that'll just make it easier across the board. So when you go to the sale page, that'll be number one on the list. and it's called Ironshaw Splash canvas print. It'll be in that version, and $1.99. By the way, shipping is included for most of these small items within the US. If you're not in the US and you're still interested in a piece, buy it by all means, and I may be asking you for a little bit extra to add on top. There's some shipping money in there, but if it comes to quite, you know, a little bit more, then I might be asking you to supplement that. Okay, let's move on. Number 2. It's called Fig Tree at Blue Hole, which conveniently is this image. This is the actual picture of the fig tree growing beside the blue hole. It's like a watering hole up in the mountains, and it's quite lovely to go there for an afternoon. You can, there's a rope swing and people just use it for bathing, but it's quite remote and quiet and beautiful. So I'm using this lovely blocky brushwork style, and that's something that I'm trying to make my work a little bit more contemporary with these days. And in acrylics, I think it works really well. So this is not the form, this is a canvas print, but I'm offering it in a metal print just to mix things up a bit. So it will be this image of the tree on the side of the lake, but the format of it will be like this one. This is a metal print, and I think you can see that it has a sort of satiny surface. So it's not shiny. The great thing about it is how thin it is. On the back, you've got this hanger. It's a self hanger. These look really sleek and contemporary, like especially in an office setting or something like that, or even in you know, a small villa or a place where you might get traffic causing things to splash on it. So for instance, you can just wipe it down with a soft cloth and they clean up really easily. So that's a metal print with the fig tree image on it in a 12x16 size, and I'm offering it for $140 US. So that's this image with this backing, and the 12x16 size is the same size as this. So it's quite large for a metal print there, 140. Okay, moving on to number 3. Number 3 is an image called Grunt on the Wreath. So I'm going to take this down for a minute. Grunt on the Wreath is an image that I created a couple of years back. And it's one of the pieces I'm really proud of because it was accepted into the David Shepherd Wildlife Final Wildlife Artist of the Year competition. And I think you can see it's got some quite interesting, almost abstract feel to it. I love the colors, they're the kind of colors that inspire me throughout my whole diving career. This is just where I love to be, down under the water with the fishes. In fact, I had a marine biologist friend of mine who I reconnected with recently, saw this picture and he said, oh, that's kind of the perfect explanation of why fish school, because you can see, you can't really tell any of them apart over here, but this is the one that's going to get eaten. It's out on the edge by itself. So the version that I'm offering is exactly like this, except 9x12. So this is going to be one of the more economical offerings today. So it's 65 US. This is a 12x16 size, but I'm offering it in 9x12. So it'll be smaller than this. It'll be this size. Is it that size? A little bit smaller. Okay. It will also come with the 2-inch mat ready to put into a frame right away. Shipping is included in the US. So a lot of these lovely prints get made, well, all of them get made in the US, in Texas. So if you're in Jamaica or somewhere else in the world, just have a think about that. I've included shipping within the US so that if you're in Jamaica and you want to have it shipped to your freight forwarder, it makes it quite easy to work out how much that's going to cost if you're familiar with taking it from there. So number 4, heliconias. This is the first original I'm offering today. And here it is. So this one is, again, we're going with the summer theme, which is sort of runs through the entire collection. But this is a 22 by 15 painting that I painted live for an art club. And I love, this is my sort of bright watercolors type technique. And there's a little bits of mixed media in there that help to give it texture and movement. So you can probably see that there's some splashing and some slight little bits of pastel and stuff, which help to give it more depth and excitement. So this painting is created on Arches paper. It's really good quality, thick paper, and it needs to be framed with glass. So normally I sell these for about 500 US, but for this one alone, I'm offering for 300 today. There's no shipping involved because, as you can see, the original is right here with me in the studio in Jamaica. So what I'm thinking is that you need to just, if you've got any queries about that, just get in touch with me and we can work out a way to get it to you. Since it's paper, it's quite easy to ship. Just realized I'm cutting my head off a lot in this. So it's quite easy to ship, and depending on where you are, let's just see somebody else coming in. Hi there, lovely to see you, Marsha. There's very few of us on the call, but it's a lovely group here. And I'm going through the pieces that I have on offer. I'm just going to reshare the link to my sale page, which is the place where you can buy things today. And they're very special prices. And the only place you can actually buy them from is from, oh, it didn't come out, from this link here.
Hi, Susan.
You can look at it as we go along if you like. Hi, Marsha. So I've got everybody is muted so that I can do a recording of this.
Sure.
But I'm willing to take questions. If you want to ask me questions, just unmute yourself and ask them and I'll hear you. You can also, if I'm in midstream, you can also put the reactions button to put a hands up in your window. Okay, so back to, I've just offered this original. This is number 4. If you want to remind yourself of what's the right number for a certain piece, you can take a screen grab of the image plus the number at the bottom here. There we go. That's why I had it tilted down, obviously. And that will remind you which number on the page, on the sale page to go to, although it's probably fairly easy to find. But so we're going through them in the same order. So this one is an original on watercolor paper, thick Arches watercolor paper, and it's usually sells for about 500 US, but I'm offering this one for 300 US. If you have any questions about shipping, just let me know. I know one of you at least is in Jamaica, so that's no problem with shipping. But to other places, I'm willing to do quotes for you. So moving on to the next one, number 5 on my list is a turtle. Let me remove this for a sec. Okay, so this is a turtle painting that I have not shown before, and it's going to be, the original is already sold. It's just not reached its owner yet. This is the original, but what I'm offering for sale is a limited edition run of 5 pieces. There'll only ever be 5 of these. So what I'm doing with my new website company is that they're very good at doing, just realized I'm not sure that that's showing good. What it will do is add a logo over the top of my signature that says limited edition, and there will only be 5 of them. So just so you can see the detail in the painting, it's an acrylic on canvas. And this image is showing a really fun thing that I've seen happen underwater. So a turtle can be lurking about, minding its own business. And a little flock of herbivores. These are blue tang and surgeonfish, I think. They're not very blue in the picture, but they're reflecting the sunlight and stuff. They'll come along and start to eat all the little bits of accumulated algae off the back of the turtle. So the turtle is just hanging out and having fun as normal, a bit dozy. And the fish are all getting a free lunch. And in the end, the turtle's happy because it's had a spa day and a nice cleanup at the same time. So this original is 12 by 16. So you have an idea of the relationship of the size of the print. Now the limited edition prints are going to be a little bit larger, 20 by 15. So and they're being sold for they will normally be more, but this one is $2.99 with it'll come like this with the thick side to the similar quality canvas, but it'll have a special logo on to say it's a limited edition and which one. Now this one that I'm offering at $2.99 US is number 1 of 5. Just realized the numbers are backwards as well, aren't they? Sorry about that. I'm just going to share my screen with you for a second and show you what the logo is going to look like in the corner. So this is going to mean this is the limited edition logo, and number 1 of 5 is going to be a canvas print with thick edges, and that's for $2.99. Okay, so moving on to number 6 is similar. It's going to be another one of the 5. So it's number 2 of 5. It's going to be the same image, same size, 20 by 15. But I wanted to offer one at least that is framed already. And when you see the quality look of the framing, I'm just going to show you that in a picture too. It's a bronze float frame. And I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous like that, with the color of the bronze frame just goes perfectly well with the colors in the turtle. So and the price on that is $4.50. It was $5.85 full price, but I'm offering it for $4.50. This is, my first launch of any limited edition prints on canvas, so it's kind of a, an experiment to see how it goes and see how popular they are. But definitely there'll be collectible items because there's only ever going to be 5 of them. Okay, moving on again. I'm offering another original, number 7. Is one that's not here with me. It's in England. This is for my English collectors, especially. So again, I'm going to show you the picture of it, which is not ideal, but this is an image that it's painted with palette knife technique, and it's called September at Hyde Hall. And those of you in England may know that the RHS Gardens at Hyde Hall is one of the lovely, spectacular places you can go and walk and enjoy an afternoon. And so it's local to me when I'm living in England. This is my local place to go and have a lovely stroll and get floral inspiration. And this is looking out across the fields. Essex is so flat. And the late afternoon sunshine is sort of trying to peek through those trees a bit. So these lilies and irises and things like that in the foreground. It's trying to keep it almost abstract and with a lot of energy in it. So this painting is actually framed. It's 12 by 16 inches, so the same size as these ones that I've been showing you, if you can see in the small picture. And it already has a white wooden frame on it and ready to hang. And the total price on that is $175 US, which is, if you convert that to pounds, it's a lot less than it was being offered for when I had it up in the exhibitions. So that's a special one there. And let's see. Next one, also for my UK collectors. I'm staying with the screen share here because I only have this one available to show you as a picture. And this is similar blocky texture and technique in this green turtle. It's called Green Turtle 2. You probably know that I do a lot of my artwork supports the charity Wildlife Sense that's based in Kefalonia in Greece. And the reason being that my lovely daughter, my goddaughter Anya, is one of the volunteers that works with them, one of the marine biologists. And I'm so proud of the work that she's doing, that ever since she graduated as a marine biologist, I've been giving a portion of the funds from every turtle print that I sell to Wildlife Sense. Well, at the moment, I have a extra special promotion running along with Island to Island Art, who are hosting the exhibition that's currently online, which I'm a part of at the moment. And that's called Liminal Ties Unveiled. You'll find all links to these things from my website. And if you go to that exhibition, you can click on the picture of the turtle, which is a different one to this, and it'll encourage you to donate some money to Wildlife Sense. And then you'll also be eligible to enter into my print giveaway. That's again a different turtle painting. I've done lots of them for one of the lucky winners of the people who take the time and trouble to donate to help Wildlife Sense in their work. So this one then is a 12 by 16 inch canvas, and it's unframed at the moment, but it is ready to hang. It's got a hanger on the back, and it's going for just $150 US. So that's a special grab. It is in England. So if you are somewhere else and you'd like it, I can organize to have the shipping done. These things, both the pictures I've picked here are easy to ship because they're one's canvas and unframed, and the other one is fairly light. So they can be shipped. Okay, let's stop this sharing for a moment and come back to you. So moving on, that was number 8, Green Turtle 2. Both 7 and 8, both originals. So number 9, again, I have something of a different offering here. And sorry, I'm going back to the screen share. Something that I'm often intrigued by is how long it can take me to make up my mind about things. So assuming that other people have the similar sort of problems, which maybe they don't, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I got mixed up. No, it's not this one yet. I decided to create some sets of prints to offer as a grouping. Although actually the set that we're going to look at right now is a set of originals. So number 9 is a set of 4 originals that were created for the exhibition that I was supposed to have during lockdown, and it never happened. So they've been quietly sitting here, having me all excited about them because they're so lovely and nobody to show them to. So right now, I'm going to be showing them to you. So these pieces are framed already. Let me show you. Each of them is quite a small painting. They're originals. They're acrylic on board with lots of texture and stuff in the surface. In addition, they've been sealed completely so that they can be framed without glass. And they've been mounted on these wooden boards and a lovely simple white frame. On the back, you've got hanging already taken care of. And you can hang them in any combination or arrangement that you like. So just to give you an idea of those two and these two. Not sure if this is safe. So that gives you an idea of the kind of look on the wall. Of course, if you have a slightly coloured wall, a light grey or something, or a cream wall, they'll look even better, and you would mount, you know, hang them on the wall with a ½ inch or an inch between them. You can also put them in a line. You can have a pair here and a pair on another wall. Let me just show you there's no shipping included because they are in my studio here, so have a think about that. But they were being sold as a set for $4.50 US, and they're now, I'm offering them today for $3.20. There's another one of them. Each one has a different atmosphere to it, really. Different textures. They're all inspired by shorelines, Caribbean or otherwise. And sticking with today's theme of summer, I think we can see that they're all relevant to that. It's a bit of a storm coming up over the sea. It's actually Doctor's Cave Beach that was inspired by. Yeah, so all 4 together to be hung as you please, and they're $3.20 for the set. Okay, and that's number 9. Move these back. Number 10 is a standalone piece that's very similar. It was in the same series, but I just felt that it's a vertical one instead of horizontal. And I just absolutely love the way the texture came out here. So this one's called Trees and Water. And it's on the same treatment. It's sealed on an acrylic surface so that you can hang it without glass, and mounted on this kind of linen look treatment on the wood with a simple white frame. They're 12 inches square, each of these, so they can mix and match. And this one is $95 US. Again, no shipping included with that one because it's from my studio here in Jamaica. Okay, moving on to number 11. Again, I have a couple of originals that have not been shown because they were for my exhibition. And I'm selling these as a set also. They are standalone paintings, but I just thought as an offering today, it'd be nice to do them as a set together. I've been fascinated for a while by this really fresh, clean look. This is number 11, by the way, so make a note of that. I'm just going to put this one here for a minute. And as you can see, these could hang together on the same orientation. These are 16 by 20 frames, and the painting is on Arches paper in watercolor, and they have been float mounted above the background there. Sorry about the reflection there. So they're straight watercolors. These are very dainty work, and I just love the lovely, clean, fresh feeling that you get from that combination of colors and the framing treatment. So the other thing I wanted to mention is that let's bring this one closer for a minute. This is a Monstera leaf. One of my favorite things. I have one in the studio at the moment, actually. One of the things I wanted to mention is that although I've stood it that way to start with, it can equally be hung that way. And likewise, this one I've actually signed it in a way that it can go that way. Or you can have a combination of one with the other, like this one. So all sorts of possibilities there. And the two of them are, as a set, 500 US. They would normally be 700, like 350 each. As I was saying earlier, the sale page operates just like a first come, first serve. You can pay direct from the page without leaving it. It'll give you a little pop-out cart. And if you have any questions about shipping, just get in touch with me and ask me, and I'm happy to give you a quote. So number 11 were those two watercolors framed under glass, and they're in my Jamaican studio for 500. Okay, moving on. So number 12 is a set of prints. As I mentioned earlier, I put together some prints as sets because I quite often find that myself, it's quite hard to choose between all the choice. So in order to help out with that, I've selected some pieces that go together. And this one is a collection of bluefish paintings. So each of these is a painting in its own right, and most of them the originals have been sold already, so they're quite sort of bestsellers. I'm going to show you in a minute the medium that I've chosen to offer these in, but it's called glossy paper, and they will be, each one of them will be on its own support as a separate print. It's not on one piece of paper. So you can, again, hang them any way that you want. You can do a pair in one place, a pair in another place. You can hang them vertically. You can do mix and match them. Some of these you could even turn around if you wanted to as well. Really nice if I had bothered to write down the price on that one. Let me just have a look at it. Got it. Stop sharing for a second. And okay. So the price on those 4 prints together is 140 US. They're 9 by 12 prints, and I'll show you now what the 9 by 12. Looks like this is still sharing. Okay, let's go back to. This is the 9 by 12 size, and this is a different image, but you can see the glossy surface is the same glossy paper, glossy art paper. And on the back, it's a kind of a self-mount on gator board, gator foam, and it has its own lovely little soft protectors there, and a hole that you can use to just pop it onto a picture hanger or a nail. So each of them will have its own support like that, so you can choose how you want to hang them together. And so that's, again, a lovely steal. I can just imagine those up in an office or a dive shop. I think they'd make a great set of bluefish altogether. So moving on to those are shipping from the US. So shipping within the US is included in the $140. Number 13 is another set of 4 prints, slightly different. So let me show you these ones now. These ones are, again, some bestsellers here. You might recognize that turtle there. And some other little friends there, underwater critters. And these ones I'm offering as a more select grouping, going to offer them on the metal prints. So they'll each be on a separate metal background with its own hanger. And they're going to be 9 by 12, the same size again. And the group of them will be $2.99 US. Again, US shipping included. Let's just stop sharing there again and remind you. So that's the same size as this with the metal print backing, and they'll have a slightly satiny metallic surface, not this shiny one. Okay. I think those would look really sleek in a dive shop or an office or a home. Okay, so those are, let's see, what else have we got? So back to originals now. So now I decided to show a couple of pieces that you will not have seen. Well, I know one of you has seen it already, but most of you will not have seen these because they've only just been painted. So let me show you. Here's my seahorse trio. Let's bring it up closer. So this is a piece that's been a demo piece for my Art Painting Online club. And we had lots of fun doing this. So there's all sorts of mixed media in here. We've got ink work, we've got watercolors, we've got wax resist, and some lovely effects for the sea urchins and stuff like that. And I just think this will be adorable on a child's bedroom wall and really nurture an appreciation of the underwater world within them. So this one is going for the ridiculous price of $50 US, and it's 9 by 12. As I said, it's an original and it's on watercolor paper, so it will need to be framed under glass eventually, and it can be shipped anywhere because it can just go in the post. Okay, so that's number 14. Here in my studio, so no shipping included, and obviously that kind of price doesn't include shipping. And one more, this is the last piece, another rather special original that I have been saving. So this piece is called Flint Cove. Flint Cove, which is a place down the road on the coastline of Jamaica. And it's one of the pieces that I really love. I think it really brings out the atmosphere of the Caribbean Sea and that just jewel-like water and the excitement of being in the lovely shade of the sea grape trees and looking out over the water, and sort of working out when you're on a bit more of a rocky coastline like this. Sometimes it's not like a manicured beach, so you have to work out where to get into the water for a lovely swim. But let me show you some more of the details. So the idea is that it's very simplified brushwork, and I'm always trying to say more by doing less, and I think this piece achieves that. And the lovely moody colors in the shadows at the foreground, and the thin veil of water running in up the shaded beach. So this piece is 18 by 24 inches. It's already has a hanger on the back and can be hung right away. It has these nice deep sides. That's a 1.5 inch side, and they're painted sea turquoise. The original, when I first painted it, I was offering it for $12.50 US, and especially today, I'm offering it just for $7.50, and that offer won't be around for long. So number 15, $7.50, original in Jamaica, and we can talk about shipping if necessary. So I do hope you've enjoyed today. May I just also mention, if you are browsing, thank you for staying with me today. And if you're watching this on the video replay or live, you can use a special code for today, Sizzle20, and that will get you 20% off anything on my website. That's separate and apart from the sale page that I've shared with you. I know I don't show this often because it's very often doing all the work of the recording, but I have a fabulous new phone case with my art on it. So you can order these for your phone model from my same web page, and you can get 20% off with Sizzle20. That's a code that's good till Wednesday. And please go and enjoy it. Also mentioning, I'm wearing some of my art. This is an image called Kemp Shot Trees, and it's a painting I did some time ago that's been on my Vida apparel for a little while. So you can find that from my website. There's links to Vida, which is a humanitarian and ecological garments making company. So thanks very much again for joining me today. I hope you found something exciting to go and have a look at. And remember, I'm going to share the link again just one more time so that you can find the right page. There we go. And I hope to see you all soon. Thank you very much. Remember, Sizzle20. Bye.